So the newest game in the Arkham Universe finally came out. Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
It was developed by Rocksteady, the guys who, no surprise, made the Arkham games. And I really liked all the Arkham games. Except this piece of shit. And I do want to talk about the series one day, but instead of starting with the first game, just because this game just came out, let's talk about this one. After being cancelled and being made as a Superman themed game, and then becoming this game as a result, it got delayed twice more before finally coming out.
And to further kick your teeth in, they announced that this is going to be a live service game, which is always so fun, and going to require you to have internet all the time. Plus a season pass.
This game had 4 directors, which is never a good sign. And also, this is canon with the Arkham Universe, which was a horrible decision and should have been shot at the very beginning. This game painstakingly makes it clear that this is in the same universe as the Arkham series, in the same sense of repeatedly telling a child that Santa doesn't exist and their parents are getting divorced and it's their fault.
But I'll talk about that later in the review.
The previous DC game that I reviewed was Gotham Knights, which was not a good game. The story was terrible, the combat was boring, and it does that thing that I hate that most of these games do, which is pretty much do this move in order to do damage to them or else you can't hit them because otherwise the game would be too boring. Oh yeah, and the lack of good costume customization choices and the need to get different gear with various stats that ultimately don't feel like anything changes really brought that game down.
Well gee, I hope this game doesn't have all those same problems. And more.
When I reviewed that game, I purposely stopped the review before I talked about the end of the story.
That was mostly because I wanted to avoid spoiling the end of the game. I'm not doing that here. This game is way worse and I want to rant about it heavily. And you should just not buy this game. So let this be your official spoiler warning. I'm going to be talking about the story in full.
The game is set about 5 years after Arkham Knight. Quick recap to catch up, Scarecrow did the Long Halloween, and I know it's not the Long Halloween, I just wanted to say it because it was set on Halloween, and Batman had to stop him, and several others of his rogue gallery, which ended with Batman getting his identity revealed as Bruce Wayne to everyone in the world, which meant he had to activate the Nightfall Protocol where he blows up the mansion. Also, I guess he blew up Alfred with it, because Alfred is apparently dead now, I guess. Also, there's a prequel comic, but I saw 0 advertisement about this, so I didn't really know about it until I began writing this review. But also, WB Games has a great track record of never paying attention to their comic tie-ins to the point where you end up being more confused if you actually took the time to read all of them. Also, by the way, I would still love to see He-Man show up in the next Injustice. I don't really understand this crossover. Anyway, we start playing as each member of the Suicide Squad. Or Task Force X, they never actually officially are called the Suicide Squad for some reason. First one we play as is Deadshot.
It don't always have to be about accuracy, just efficiency.
Wow, not even 10 minutes in and you completely fucked up Deadshot's whole thing. You know, him being the deadliest assassin and taking pride in not missing a single shot.
But sure, whatever, it's not like it's going to be the last time you guys disregard the comic lore. So yeah, you play as each of the characters who, honest to God, besides like very minor differences like what guns they can use and what talents they get, they all play basically the same. The biggest difference being how they transverse across the map. Much like Gotham Knights, they each have different things. Deadshot having a jetpack and is the most useful in my opinion, Boomerang using the Speed Force, King Shark just jumping, and Harley Quinn using a bat drone and Batman's grappling hook, and is by far the worst movement out of the 4. And again, they all have different roles you can specialize them in, but none of it feels like there's really much of a difference. But I'll talk about that more a bit later. For now, we're in a Mad Max Metropolis fighting these things, and then there's a Brainiac ship, because of course there is, and he blasts us 7 days earlier.
By the way, I'm pretty sure, unless this is like very endgame stuff, they never bring this up again. We never actually see this part in the story, so I'm guessing they're all dead.
The game actually starts with this recreation of the Arkham Asylum game, because they gotta point out that this is in the same universe, where Waller goes and picks up the 4 to become Task Force X. Okay, I guess they probably explained this in the comics, but what the fuck is Boomerang doing here? He's a Flash villain, he doesn't really operate in Gotham. Harley and Deadshot? That makes sense. kind of. Deadshot, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to go to a regular prison like Blackgate, and even though most of the Arkham games had Blackgate being destroyed by Joker, yet telling me they couldn't have rebuilt it or established a different prison by now? But again, Waller probably sent them all there, and this is just nitpicking.
Which, spoiler alert, I'm a huge nerd, so I'm going to be doing that a lot.
Harley Quinn, Arkham Gazette. Just a quick question. What's with the frickin' shark?
Hello!
I would be happy to introduce myself.
That won't be necessary, King Shark. This is a
Bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
microbomb injector from our friends at LexCorp. I only need one of you. As for the other three, you are dead already.
Knowing Amanda Waller, it is nothing good. In my experience.
This is clearly a trap. Any of us touch that thing, none of us is getting out of here.
Okay, so Deadshot is the most intelligent, which is amazing since Harley has a fucking doctorate.
Oh, so sorry, Deadshot. Are we interrupting your being strapped to a gurney?
Isn't Deadshot supposed to be white?
Why, actually, yes, he is supposed to be white. At least in the Arkham Universe. I'll talk about that in a bit.
So Waller shows up and tricks the four into planting the neck bombs into each other, instead of just planting the bombs into their necks already. Which, for some reason, none of them realized that it was a trap. Well, except Deadshot, but that went out the fucking window as quickly as that went in. Oh, and I guess also King Shark apparently knew. And Harley should have also figured it out. You know, really, the only problem here was probably Boomerang, who could have just been restrained. But hey, the bombs are a staple of the Suicide Squad, so why not just put it in here too? It's not like the whole fucking world's at stake or something. Okay, so Waller knocks them out, puts them in their character-specific equipment, puts them on a train, and then just has the train go automatically to Metropolis without, 1, telling them what the fuck was going on, or 2, have someone who knew what the fuck was going on and drive the fucking train.
Is that big dropkick driving the flaming train?
I am not. I have never traveled by train before.
Ah, brilliant.
Sharkman, pull that brake lever.
This is bad comedy.
Did you just want these idiots to die? Why do these easily preventable things? You know a train can't go by itself, right?
Stupid asshole train! Stupid brain!
Big man,
What is it?
Can you feel that?
Miss Off the Book's got something to tell us.
Or she made us a mixtape.
That's very funny, Buzz. This is serious!
Congratulations, Task Force F. If you're hearing this, at least one of you made it to the area of operations alive.
Harley Quinn, should you not be more cautious?
She ain't wired that way.
Oh, Deadshot.
Until we figure out where the hell we are, let's play along with Waller.
Oh, is this a superhero museum? Hate superheroes.
So she sent the train under the Hall of Justice? Okay, so why the fuck did the Hall of Justice have a subway tunnel under it with an elevator that just goes right up into the middle of the room? That sounds like a pretty big design flaw that any kid could just fall into. Also, the Hall of Justice is like a museum of sorts, with holograms of each member of the Justice League giving a brief catch-up on what each of them are. Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, The Flash, and of course, Batman.
I made my power ring look a little bigger for you, because you know what? It might be the strongest gadget in the whole Hall of Justice. Now, I'm not talking as strong as Superman, but my imagination is my superpower. Using my power ring, I can create all sorts of neat stuff to help me save the day.
Also, you need tremendous willpower to even be selected to wield it, but I guess I'm just going to ignore that important part.
The Inner Sanctum is where we all first agreed to form the League. Sorry, we can't allow visitors to the Sanctum. But if you dedicate yourself to good, to being a champion of peace and protecting others no matter what, you can join the Justice League and join us inside.
Anyone can be a part of the Justice League, you just need superpowers. We're not going to have another snapper car incident.
Okay, I am going to talk about why I think this whole Justice League thing is kind of stupid in a bit. There is a part very early in the game where I want to talk about it. But for now,
we go to raid this glass cabinet of superhero and villain stuff. Which, okay, why have this in the middle of the stairway behind glass that anyone can break and take the items? Like Condiment King's condiment bottles, Nightwing sticks, Batman's grappling hook, some jetpacks, some random rock from Bizarro apparently, Riddler's hat for some reason, a gauntlet that lets you tap into the Speed Force, and a vial of Man-Bat's blood. What the actual fuck is with this collection? Why is it all mixed up and random? And also, they all still work. That's extremely dangerous.
So anyone can just break into this cabinet, take the gauntlet, and then tap into the Speed Force? Is that how Kid Flash is going to happen?
Well, guess not, because Boomerang just took them. And this is how they get their transversal gear. And Shark took Riddler's hat, which is a crime that I couldn't get him to actually wear it.
Oi, Waller, what the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here. There's a giant skull in the sky.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive.
Well, that's actually a fucking lie, because it's established that some of Waller's men have been fighting the invasion for weeks now. In fact, you can fucking see them fighting right now. So we go to the transponder, which is this thing that makes some noise, and we have to shoot some baddies until Green Lantern shows up, immobilizes us, and takes us on a brief Universal ride, where it's revealed that he has been corrupted and brainwashed by Brainiac.
You keep saying Brainiac like it's a thing, but I don't think it's a thing.
Brainiac's the one finally bringing order to this world. Making a home for his people.
You know, the power rings are semi-intelligent. Shouldn't that have prevented the whole brainwashing thing? You know, given the whole willpower stuff? Or at the very least have left him as soon as he got brainwashed?
But don't worry. The possible example why is pretty dumb.
3 weeks now? Of that and securing loose metahumans. But looking at you, I don't see the potential.
What we won't see in this game. The other metahumans that he was talking about besides the 5 Justice League members. So Flash is not corrupted and he and Green Lantern fight across the city, where we have to chase them and look for the Flash. And also, good job not telling them the situation, Waller, sending them into occupied territory without letting them know what they're up against. That'll come in handy when they have to go up against Green frickin' Lantern. I'm just saying, when you're sending in a Specs Op team, you don't leave them in the dark and hope everything goes well. After finding Flash, who can apparently make himself invisible, God, every time they add new reasons why he's OP. I mean, Flash alone probably should have been able to take out Brainiac. We get attacked by Brainiac's troops, and we decide to go hide in the Batman experience. I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen there.
This door will not hold. We must bear it.
I spent a lot of time dreaming up how I was gonna kill you with it. You're mine now, and you're in for a world of... Ah, shit!
Hey, Bruce! Still using shadows to scare the crap out of us criminals, huh? Don't sweat it. Batman doesn't kill people.
And just like that, a complete character assassination. Batman has been killing people. Yes, I'm aware of the clone theory. I'll talk about that later.
Okay, whose bright idea was it to go into the Batman experience?
Go get him, Flash! We're dead. Boys!
Drone's kaput. Grapple's kaput. Bat used his darn disruptor on us.
Oh, I'm stuck as Boomerang. I guess I can't change in the middle of a mission. Oh, that makes sense. So let me just exit and select Harley since I'm facing Batman. I want to be her and...
I have been polluted.
Huh, Harley sounds a lot like Samoa Joe for some reason.
Okay, why am I King Shark? I'm pretty sure I picked Harley. Here, let me just exit and switch again, and seriously, is this a bug? Okay, let's try it again, and I'm Deadshot. Okay, how about if I select Harley and I do the mission before? Just shoot these guys, take Flash into the Batman experience, and what the hell is going on?
Yeah, for some reason they have these parts. As far as I can recall, there's just 2 Batman scenes where you're forced to be someone besides Harley, at least in the beginning. And I did play single player. I don't know how they did this for multiplayer.
Batman takes you guys out one at a time, and Harley is the last one. I don't know why, it's not like she does anything different than the other 3, but whatever. We do this part, get our asses handed to us by the Cape Crusader, and we have this cutscene.
Still, let their corpses strike fear into those who'd resist.
That's what I thought. Justice for Gotham.
Batman takes the Flash and for some reason just doesn't take the time to kill the Suicide Squad because you know that would only be the smart fucking thing to do. Oh, well now we can go through the Batman experience, which is hilarious and terrible. Because not only did they make a museum tour of the events of Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, they don't have Arkham Origins events, which I don't know why they don't like mentioning that game. That was a pretty good game. It was much better than this piece of shit anyway. But they also give out information that no one outside the fucking Bat family would have known about.
Ra's al Ghul, head of the League of Assassins, was obsessed with making Batman his successor. But Al Ghul underestimated Batman, and it would be his downfall. Talia al Ghul, once second in command of the League of Assassins. Sadly, the spark between her and Batman was extinguished at Joker's last stand, along with her life. As always, Edward Nygma forced Batman to participate in his riddles, even capturing Batman's sometime ally Catwoman as incentive.
So, unless Batman wrote an autobiography about the events after what happened, I don't fucking think so.
Batman and Joker's rivalry finally ended in Arkham City. I don't doubt Batman would have saved the maniac if he could, but the Titan poison ensured this was Joker's last laugh.
I compartmentalized all this in a box, in another box, in a fridge, in a junkyard.
This holds one of the biggest problems I have with this. So it's revealed that Batman was the one who was using Scarecrow's fear toxin at the end of Arkham Knight. I would love an explanation on why Batman thought he should have used that, especially since, according to this fucking museum, Batman's identity was discovered, he blew up the mansion, people thought he was dead, and then he just continued to be Batman where everyone just knows that he's Batman. And get this, he just decided to abandon Gotham City and move to Metropolis.
Bruce Wayne finally returned, drawn back to the light by the metahuman superheroes from Metropolis. They asked Batman to join the Justice League. He accepted. And so, the story of Bruce Wayne, the Batman, continues, far from the mean streets of the city that made him.
You know, that's my favorite part of the Batman mythos, when he just says, fuck it, and gives up helping Gotham and then just goes to a way better city. It's not like the city of Gotham was super important to him. His parents only fucking died there, and he swore to be Gotham's protector. That's only as important as not fucking killing people.
I might get more angry and scream more as this goes on.
So, we move on back to the Hall of Justice, where we're introduced to the only member who hasn't been brainwashed. Wonder Woman.
I'm taking authority. We trusted you. Let you live among us. Among us! Now your friends are slaughtering the people they swore to protect. Task Force X, your new mission is to kill Justice League.
We've got no chance.
That's a fucking understatement. By the way, now might be a good time for me to state, I fucking hate Amanda Waller.
DC keeps trying to make her this Nick Fury-like character, working for the government. But they write her like they have never written before. She's always, my way is the right way, and I'm gonna throw my weight around and pull rank, even when I completely fuck this up. Like, when she really just comes off as a self-insert character who always has to be right. There's never been one version of Waller that I actually tolerated, much less liked. She usually is the one who creates the Suicide Squad program in case one of the Justice League goes rogue, cause you know, when Superman goes evil, the people I think that are perfect for the job is a crazy lady with a hammer and an Australian who throws boomerangs. You know, not like a magic user. You know, there are several magic-based villains, or someone like Deathstroke, who, while I still wouldn't place my bets on him winning the fight against Supes, would still do a lot better than Harley could. Anyway, for some fucking reason, it never really occurs to Waller that she should, at the very least, attempt to team up with Wonder Woman. Or, I don't fucking know, use the Justice League satellite that they showed earlier that existed. Which, by the way, you mean to tell me that Batman went through 10 years of crime fighting, went through 3 Robins, lost his greatest villain, and saved the entirety of Gotham not once, but 4 times before Superman even shows up? But before Wonder Woman shows up, didn't she fight the Nazis?
I think the whole Justice League being founded after the Arkham Knight incident is just a poor excuse to explain where they've been this entire time. Superman is supposed to be like 40 in this game. In most Superman stories, he becomes Superman after high school and moves to Metropolis, so let's just say 20. That's 20 years of him being Superman. Unless he's been spending 15 years with his thumb up his ass, that doesn't explain why he wasn't involved in Arkham Knight.
Okay, job is simple. Kill the Justice League. But to do that, we need weapons. Not to mention a hope and a prayer. So the team suits up, Harley rejecting her Arkham Knight outfit, which I don't really get this reaction, because no one made her wear that in Knight. It was after Joker's death, so it was completely her choice. But it's also clear that the writer is completely changing her character just to match her current anti-hero comic personality, and to match her most closely to the movies, which isn't really that big of a deal, honestly. But I also think Arkham Knight's Harley outfit was one of the best ones she had. But her new outfit is okay. Again, clearly it's supposed to be based off of the Suicide Squad movie. We also meet Hack, a metahuman girl in a coma, which I don't know why Waller brought her here exactly. I would have figured Hack could have operated through like the network or something. Anyway, she mostly helps you by giving you contracts, which are just bonus objectives to get very small amounts of stuff for crafting, which I'll talk about in a bit. But she also gives us the level up screen by spending points and quote-unquote modifying our brains. Like I said before, I got halfway through all of these and didn't feel any different. Besides the AoE attacks and the takedown attacks you get for each character after a certain level. Also, these 3 columns are an illusion because you don't pick one of them. Each level you get 1 perk for one of the columns, and then it goes one after the other in a row. So really, there's no choice here, it sucks. Moving on from that, we're going to need weapons.
Wah! Captain Boomerang, team leader, reporting for duty. And? Yeah, looking forward to killing the Justice League and all, but, well, you know, these guns are a bit shit. Oh, no offense.
Then head northwest. That's the last known of a Gotham arms dealer who's dug into Metropolis. Oswald Cobblepot.
Oh, of course, Penguin not only has guns specifically for metahumans, but also he decided to have his operations in the same city as Batman. Again. And also Superman. Criminal mastermind my balls. After recruiting Penguin, we meet Rick Flag, who is also very annoying.
Christ. Shit. Aren't you Waller's lieutenant ass-kisser?
You can call me Colonel Rick Flag. And all you criminals would do well not to piss me off. If I see or hear something that don't make me happy, you can be damn sure Director Waller ain't happy. And you don't want that.
He'll introduce us to several missions, which is the entire game.
I'm not even joking.
You either destroy bug farms, which is just kill waves after waves of enemies as you destroy these nodes so you can destroy this thing. Collect the data, which is just kill waves and waves of enemies. This jammer thing from earlier where it's just kill waves after waves of enemies. Find targets that carry into the bus while killing waves after waves of enemies. Defend Poison Ivy's plants by, you guess it, killing wave after waves of enemies. And escort missions where we have to protect the vehicle by killing waves after fucking waves of enemies. And also sometimes collect stuff to return to a vehicle while killing waves and waves of enemies. Everything is just kill waves of enemies. Besides what I said previously, there's no variation. Combat is so fucking boring, it gets repetitive and tiresome so quickly. Plus, most of the time you get bullshit thrown at you and you just go down way too quickly because of everything happening at once. As far as I know, there's no way to increase health at all, and you're stuck with this tiny bar. But you can raise your shields, and for some unknown fucking reason, Rocksteady thought it'd be a good idea to give you the Black Eye Skull, because the only way you can recharge the shield is by stunning the enemies, so then you can shield harvest them by melee attacking them. Which is complete bullshit, and this just gets more bullshit as the game gets on. Eventually, you get elemental attacks some fucking how when you unlock Ivy. I don't know how Ivy gets the power of freezing people, but we gotta include this somehow. After every mission, you get a loot box sent by Penguin, which contains like 1 to maybe 3 things. At the very least, I got this gun that I had Deadshot use throughout the game that really didn't do crit damage, but when it did crit, it just heals you or recharges your shields.
Here we are, top of the world.
Oh fucking joy, I was just thinking there wasn't enough tedium in this game yet. Yeah, the Riddler is back for some reason. He just completely forgets about the fucking alien invasion that's happening because he puts Riddler trophies, riddles, and stunt challenges all over Metropolis. Which, by the way, the stunt challenges are specifically designed for these guys. This invasion has been going on for like 3 weeks. How did he know these 4 would be here, and how did he set this all up? Also, why is he in Metropolis? Unfortunately, these Riddler challenges are, in my opinion, a lot worse than the previous games. Which looks like I'm not the only one who shares that opinion. It looks like most people barely did them as well, even after a week after this game came out. Besides like one challenge that gave me a way better Harley outfit, I never bothered. It's not like you get any other costume sets besides from the store, which, don't worry, I'll bitch about that later. For now, we meet the rest of our crew, like Gizmo, who gives us vehicles that in my playthrough rarely ever showed up, and when they did, who really cared, because they only lasted like 30 seconds until they just exploded. Yeah, they have a timer for some reason. Also, remember when I mentioned Poison Ivy's plants? Cause she's back somehow. I guess characters getting better from death is not exclusive to just the comics, eh, Boomerang and King Shark?
He is not made of meat. Is this what you call a vegetarian option?
Yeah, for some reason, Lex was just growing Ivy in a lab. Which you can find out by going to his lab, because the neck bomb was designed by LexCorp. Which, I would love to see how many jars Lex had to pee in to get that patent through. And when we went there, without Waller knowing, it turns out that she somehow knew we would do this and followed us into LexCorp so she can hack his data. Which he then promptly deletes his internet search history and then fires his employee.
You listen to me.
Thank you for your service, Happerson. You're dismissed.
What?
Delete and purge
20
all
years
data.
I worked for you, Lex.
Anyway, so Ivy's alive and is like 5 or 6 years old now. Harley says some sus stuff.
Tell me about it. Wasn't expecting you to come in fun size.
FBI, open up!
And then we have to protect the plants. After which, using Ivy to find where Lex Luthor is hiding. And fall into an obvious trap.
Hello, swag.
Yet again, your feeble upper body strength betrays you, Boomerang.
Hold up, it's a...
Which results in Harley sexually assaulting Deadshot, because it's funny when it happens to men.
But you saying I can't really makes me want to, you know?
Harley, no!
Worth it.
I expected that to catch one of you at most.
Surrender, Luthor. We have you outnumbered and outgunned.
Mine to neutralize the Justice League starts now. I'm going to enjoy this.
And Lex gets beaten by a now evil Flash.
Spare yourself some broken bones.
Take the shot already.
That's the Flash?
By the way, I pre-ordered the game off of Amazon. I do that just to make sure I get this game on release day, so I got the classic skin outfits with it, which I had Boomerang in the rest of the game with because look at this, it's perfection. I also gave it the King Shark. Harley, I never really had her in her classic outfit because personally, I never liked that outfit.
I'm pretty sure that statement alone has angered most of you Harley Quinn fans.
Also, I didn't change Deadshot's because I like this outfit better, and also it's a complete lie. Everyone else has their first appearance except Deadshot. That's his second appearance. This is his first appearance. How come we didn't get this one, Rocksteady?
Anyway, so let me just talk about the store now before I continue on with the story, because besides a few bits and pieces, the story is really all that's left.
So if you've seen my other superhero games, you would know that one of the big things I like about most games, superhero games in general, are the costumes, cosmetics, and customizations. The Spider-Man PS4 game, for example, I love the costume choices we got, all based off of the movies or comics, and they actually would show up in the cutscenes. Arkham Knight is another one. I can run around as Adam West's Batman. The Batman Beyond suit was beautiful, and again, it shows up in the cutscenes and everything. So why the fuck did this game fuck it all up? At least in Gotham Knights, they gave you a variety of colors and costumes. This? You get 2 sets in the base game. They're Arkham Asylum outfits and the Task Force X suits. That's it, besides the pre-order outfits. The regular pre-order gives you the classic suits. Pre-ordering the deluxe gives you the Justice Loser set, which besides Harley's Wonder Woman outfit looking okay, they're all yeah. And the Rogue set from the digital deluxe, which all suck. Sure, there's some variations of the 2 base sets you get through the Riddler challenges, but none of them are worth it except this Harley outfit in my opinion, just for the hair change. I never bothered with Boomerang because, again, he's perfect in this, but that's only like 2 options out of the sets that you can unlock this way, and only for the base sets. There's no way to unlock variations of the bonus suits. You know how they expect you to get them? By coughing up $10 at the game store. I'm not even fucking kidding, because this is a live service game. They think they can get away with this shit. For $10, you can get the classic costume, or it's one variation. You can't have both. It also comes with 1 color scheme. But don't worry, little Timmy. Act now, and with an additional $14, you can get 3 more color schemes that all suck. And yes, you heard me right. $24 total for 1 costume and like 5 color swaps. Are you fucking high, Rocksteady? What the actual shit?
Is this what you guys want? Spending $24 on 1 costume set?
There's 3 different options. Standard, which is $10. Deluxe, which is $16, and then for an extra $8, you get the Legendary Pack, which you get a color swap for your Transverse item, and Shellshade, which just looks like shit. Is that what you want? $24 for pink and you'll miss it? And there isn't even any fucking pink in this outfit! That's not even mentioning the emotes. $4 or $5 for 1 emote. Who the hell would actually pay for this? $5 for 4 seconds of Deadshot b-balling? You shouldn't spend more than $1 on 1 emote.
You shouldn't be spending any kind of money on something that can be unlocked for free, but still.
The banners are coming soon, but let's just guess how much you think they're going to charge you for something that doesn't even show up past the character select screen at the beginning. I'm going to go with $3 to $5, with possibly going up to $10 for 1. This is fucking horrendous, and this alone is not worth getting the game for. Oh, but woof, I hear you say. If you don't like it, then don't buy it. Okay, done. But that's not the point. This isn't something you should just let go. This should never happen in a video game, and the worst part is some people probably have already spent money on this.
Okay, done complaining about the store. I'm going to move on with the game. Here's your warning. There's going to be spoilers, and I'm going to be complaining a lot. This game is terrible. Where were we? Oh yeah, Lex.
So, Flash has been brainwashed, and is tasked by Batman, who, by the way, is controlling Brainiac's army, to capture and bring in Luthor. And the Flash just, like, plays with Task Force X because...
Did you get him?
Speed demon!
Did you really scamper all the way up here just to huff this sweaty LexCorp armor? Man, you know it's gone to hell when you... Really? Why don't you just mail me the bullet?
I don't know. He can literally bring Luthor to Brainiac and then come back before any of them blink. But whatever. Now we have to destroy this giant gun that Brainiac dropped down for some reason. And also for some reason, Flash just put Luthor in this container. All the while, Flash mocks us by running around.
Oh wait, that's it. Not exactly special, dude. Oh, look at you trying to fight.
So, how'd the whole taking down the Flash thing go?
Get out of my... Well, hey there, sleepyhead. We've got an interrogation to get back to. Done here. Hey.
God, you guys are idiots.
Away? And tell these guys everything you know? You think they can stop us?
No.
Oh, shit. Well, okay. Shoot him.
Shoot him.
But I can.
Shoot him. For God's sakes, go Predator on his ass.
Get him!
No, for fuck's sake, how about one of you guys just move to an angle that actually has him not behind cover?
Nice one, Lex. Always thought your inventions were a bit shit, but this... I'm still alive, motherfucker!
If the Flash could have pulled someone's heart out without any outside damage, why didn't he just do that with Brainiac? Even if he wouldn't kill an invading alien, the very least he could have fucking done was do that to the ship's wiring!
Would you look at that? He did have a heart. Catch. Oh, yuck!
Luckily, Wonder Woman is here to save us.
How do I stop this? Please, tell me how.
Barry?
You have to kill us, Diana. We have to die to save the world.
And then she puts us in a container.
How about a team up?
You didn't let her finish. We should team up.
And to be fair, while the writing isn't great, some of the jokes do work.
Barry? Who the hell's Barry?
And then she throws us into the Daily Planet, which does nothing but waste our fucking time. So now we have to go kill the Flash. But how are we going to do it?
Well, howdy.
Holy hockey sticks! It worked!
Okay, so now we got Toy Man. Great job putting a bomb in an innocent kid, Waller. Did you have to put a bomb in every employee you have? So we have to do another mission of gathering some stuff from waves and waves of enemies and put them in this bus, which apparently has PIM particles in it. What, is Atom a thing in this universe? But we have enough to be able to kill the Flash with the Speed Force decoupler thing that Luthor used. By the way, I don't know how the fuck this kid got that, because as far as I know, he wasn't working for Lex Luthor prior.
Captain Boomerang! And help!
What did I tell ya? I'm no one's sidekick. Flash, I'm calling you out. Only one of us pulls off the red tights look, and it ain't you,
The
Speed.
fastest man alive! According to all these girlfriends. It's the Flash! Sorry.
Hey, Metropolis! Do you like live executions? Well, don't touch that dial, or I'll break your fingers.
So now we have to kill the Flash. We have to use our counter shots to slow him down. I think he still runs fast. I think it just makes it so that our bullets are able to hit him. He runs really fast, obviously, and I did go down a few times, but this fight was, it was okay. And like that, the Flash is dead.
Wait a minute. We kill the Justice League in this!
This is quite a shock! On the other hand, it's not surprising in the least.
Honorable warriors, we will show proper respect to this fallen hero by...
Show a little class, man. That... Holy shit. Congratulations.
Makes sense. The gods have cursed you in every other way.
After we kill Flash, Green Lantern shows up.
You need another lesson, convict.
I want to learn how far I can shove this foot up your glowing green ass.
Deadshot, we're gonna get creamed if we don't get out of here.
You should listen to the Section 8 here. You are gonna get creamed. More insubordination? Okay, Floyd.
What can I say?
And man, Green Lantern is annoying. In fact, the Flash is kind of annoying. Rick Flag is kind of annoying. Waller is annoying. You know what? Most of these fucking people are annoying. Boomerang, honestly, probably being the funniest out of the group. So, like in the movie, he's kind of carrying this entire game.
What can I say? Killing your first Justice League asshole perks you right up.
Okay, what the hell is happening? Why do you think jumping into the blast was a good idea? Well, because this was a super convoluted way of introducing the multiverse. Yeah, there's multiverses in this game, because why the fuck not? This is called Earth 2, where Brainiac won and is terraforming. He has been doing this for like 2 years, and Luthor said it would take several more years.
So, this planet Colon, is it a big shitty beach too?
No. We are still within the pardon my dust phase of the terraforming. Continuing the analogy, consider these Coluan smart crystal structures as the scaffolding. In a few more years, this world will be a more accurate copy of Colu. I don't intend to be here to see it.
Okay, so if he has to wipe out everything on the planet, why the fuck is he bothering with Earth? There's probably tons of uninhabited planets that are just as suitable. I thought Brainiac was supposed to be smart.
Okay, after getting back from Earth 2, we go into one of Batman's vaults in Wayne Tech. Why is Wayne Tech still a thing? And get the yellow power rings. Wonder Woman is also here crafting a kryptonite shield.
Not so much for the secret lab, bloody Wonder Shield is here.
Don't embarrass me in front of her.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, besides the entire character flip, they only gave Harley like one personality. Is that she's horny. Especially for Wonder Woman. It gets tiresome very quickly.
Holy shit!
Is that kryptonite?
It should be in a sword, not a shield. You saw the massacre upstairs.
Yeah, King Shark has a point though. Isn't Wonder Woman out of the 3 supposed to be the most willing to kill? I don't mean she just goes around all Judge Dredd on the criminals, but between her, Superman, and Batman, isn't she more willing to take a life if needed, right? I would say with what's happening outside, it's really fucking needed right now.
Also, in case you guys didn't know, like how these guys probably fucking did it, Wonder Woman has magic. Superman is weak to magic. Why does no one remember that he's vulnerable to magic?
Luthor hacks in the Wayne tech, which is extremely easy, and I guess that also means that he just took over the company. Also, he shows us that Amanda Waller is talking about how she's going to use Brainiac's tech to basically take over the world.
But I know their type, man. They're never gonna follow orders.
They won't have a choice. Whatever Brainiac has on that ship can control minds. Think about what artists could do with that power. After the Justice League are gone, someone has to keep all the other metahumans in line. It should be us.
What happens to Task Force X?
And instead of sending this to the UN, because I'm sure they would love to hear her say this, they just don't bring this shit up again. Isn't he like the president right now?
Also, Lex, we have these bombs that you created in the back of our necks. Could you maybe help remove them for us? Are we ever going to bring that shit up again?
With the yellow power rings, we can finally fight Green Lantern. And wow, he was a lot easier than the Flash. And it's practically the same as Flash's fight. You just lower his power so you can actually shoot him. The only problem I was running into was running out of bullets, because for some reason, you hold like no ammo. Certain levels do have certain character hype-ups, which gives them less damage taken and more experience, you know, that kind of stuff. Like Boomerang with Flash, for example. Harley would get it with Batman. Deadshot is with Green Lantern, because he got caught once by Green Lantern, I guess. So we kill Green Lantern.
You're just gonna go from Waller's prison to Brainiac's.
Nah. Didn't you hear? We're out on good behavior.
Yeah, Deadshot, you just shot him. He didn't hear any of that. Okay, so Green Lantern is dead. Why is the ring still there? Shouldn't it, like, fly up and go look for a successor? Actually, while I'm at it, where the fuck is the Green Lantern Corps? Isn't this, like, their MO to stop these kinds of things from happening? But, anyway, the ring's not flying away.
Oh, that he's all murder, murder, kill, kill. He could destroy us without it. Whoa.
What you doing there, Sharko?
Shark? What you got there, buddy?
Somebody take it from him.
You wanna try?
Brightest day. In blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. King Shark's lights.
Okay, so that's not how the Green Lantern ring works at all. You would think a video game company that specializes in making comic book games would pick up a comic once in a while and learn about the mythos.
Okay, there is an argument I know someone will try to point out in the comments, which, don't worry, I'll bring that all up in a second. But first, the power rings, when their host dies, shoots up into the air and goes to look for a new host. They are semi-sentient. They also grow and shrink to fit your fingers. So, it would not be stuck on Shark's nails like this. King Shark then proceeds to botch the lantern oath that is used to give them power, which, by the way, I don't think you can ad-lib like that, and then he proceeds to make an object that's way cooler than anything I've ever seen Hal or Jon Stewart make.
Was it fucking cool?
absolutely was fucking cool.
He then goes and takes a bite out of Brainiac's shields. And then he starts to get angry and almost attacks the group. Okay, it's not the fucking one ring of power, but whatever.
Go, Shark!
Somebody help me!
With the shield down, Waller shoots a nuke. Who the fuck gave her permission to fire a nuke? Who gave her the nuke? Isn't there like 3 people, 2 keys, and like some codes you need before you can fire it? It also looks like she fires it in Metropolis, so you just snuck that in, did you? So she fires the nuke, and the group is going to be caught in it. Geez, the only way they could get out of this is if like Superman just appeared to save the day.
Oh, fuck, it's Superman!
No matter what Brainiac has done to them, I can still...
While Superman and Wonder Woman duke it out across the city, Waller, for some reason, left the Hall of Justice. I don't know why the fuck she's driving around, but she got attacked and we can't just let her die, because if she dies, the bombs go off. How convenient. So we have to save her and then escort her across the city.
You want this to be where you take your last breath? No? Then help me. I only need one of you. As for the other 3, you're dead already.
Who threw that piece of paper at me?
Oh, you shouldn't have done that, Shark. That's Superman. He'll kick your ass.
Oh, shit. Alright, I guess we won't be fighting Superman. Hey, Wendy, now might be a bad time, but any chance you could get Zeus to fucking help us?
It's just... Don't try to talk. It should have killed him.
So, Wonder Woman is dead, and unfortunately her stabbing Superman with the kryptonite didn't actually kill him.
She's probably just bushed. Right?
Her heart has stopped beating.
You went out like you lived, doll. Looking sharp. And never listening to us.
Wow. If she wasn't so stupid, she might have lived. I'm serious. She proceeded to work alone, refuse any help that was offered to her, and waited until it was much too late to actually try and put them down.
What the hell do we do now?
Task Force X, get inside.
With
should have killed him.
Yep.
And it didn't.
No.
Thanks for repeating what everybody just said 3 times already, Waller.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Something to add, Boomerang?
Yes. It's,
The consequences of corruption.
I mean, it's, just the, consequences of corruption.
Luther suggests that Brainiac corrupted Superman's DNA to make him not weak to kryptonite, and
Okay, time to talk about the fucking clone theory.
so there's this thing online going around where people believe that this isn't actually the Justice League. They are in fact clones that Brainiac made with some alterations. Okay, 1, what the fuck is stopping him from making an army of Batmans or Supermans then? Well, after you beat Flash, he brings in these Flash clone enemies. That doesn't mean Flash is a clone. Brainiac could have just used the Speed Force since anyone can fucking access it now apparently. And there's an argument for the clone theory because Green Lantern made these lantern-powered helicopters, and he apparently controlled the ship's shields, and they both exist after he died. Well, why would Brainiac not have his own dedicated shields? And I'm pretty sure the Lantern helicopters were just upgraded enemies, so you shouldn't really look too hard into that. Also, the Lantern rings are one of the most powerful fucking objects in the universe, so I would love to see how Brainiac made copycat rings of them. And yeah, before Flash was evil, he lost his thumb, and when he became evil, he had his thumbs back, which, okay, I will admit is a good indicator for the clone theory. But I would point out, it was probably easier for Brainiac to just make a prosthetic thumb or somehow regrow Flash's thumb. It's not necessarily a clone. Also, when Wonder Woman lassoed Flash, his eyes revert back and he tells her that she must kill them. And also, the evil Flash stuff was the first thing they showed years back before even the Batman stuff, so I would actually believe first that the people making this game didn't think of that and it's just a small mistake. Yeah, Brainiac probably made Superman more resilient to kryptonite, but if you actually look close, he starts bleeding, and towards the end, it looks like it's starting to hurt him. And he has to go regenerate with the sun. And, most importantly, if they were all clones, then Wonder Woman died for nothing. So now Lex has this brilliant idea, capturing Batman and bringing him to LexCorp. Batman. The same motherfucker who has a whole dark multiverse dedicated to multiple different ways of how he went evil and killed everyone. First, we have to find the Batcave. Gizmo apparently has a Batmobile somehow, and with Ivy's help, we go through 2 missions that are the same thing we've been doing all this fucking time, and go to the Batcave. But not before my game fucking bugs out, and I had to restart this entire mission.
I wanted to say goodbye, Tim. After everything, I'm proud to call you, Nightwing, and Oracle, my friends.
I don't think I can watch Batman cry.
This hologram's activation means that I, probably the entire Justice League, have gone rogue.
Here's the part where he's got a plan.
Battle protocols are active. I've been secretly developing countermeasures to nullify the rest of the League. I started with the Yellow Lantern, recovered after our battle with the Sinestro Corps. Green Lantern once told me that their rings are powered by the will of the user. Interestingly, I found that...
Already did this bit?
Me. There is no anti-Batman divide.
If I've gone rogue, everyone's fucked.
Robin was here. I do not think he won.
That's got Robin. Talk about.
Oh, great. They implied that Batman killed Robin. I know we don't see his body, so he might not be dead, but 1, they never correct it, and 2, there's mask and blood, which could just be the storyteller's way of telling us that he's dead off screen.
Nightwing, Oracle, and if you can find him, Jason. you'll need to rely on all your years of highly specialized training.
Uh-oh.
Discipline. Loyalty to your team, the family you choose. Together, you'll be formidable. That's something you taught me, son.
So now, of course, because you walked into the Batcave, Batman knows you're here. So he fills the room with fear gas. And we have to mix the fear gas to stop it, which doesn't sound right, but up until like the last part with Deadshot, everything Harley says is true, and it actually works somehow.
Deadshot. Bats is all over you like egg on an all-beef patty. Switch your target to this vent.
Wait, that ain't me! Deadshot! It's his vocal harmonizer or whatever!
He can't hear you, Quinzel.
The whole time, these Batman statues just show up, and sometimes Batman jumps out of them, or he flies towards you, and you have to countershoot him. After which, you have to fight this giant Batman, and why is this the best boss fight in the game? And it kinda sucks, too, because this is the Batman fight. Couldn't just have us, like, run around, like, in the Arkham games, and, like, try to find him in hiding spots. No, it has to be this.
Sure glad that worked. Was fitty-fitty on us surviving the toxin.
Big Jerk's still breathing. Always wanted to do this. Let's go.
Bat shoes on the other bat foot, ain't it? Ain't it, Bats? Gosh, he's really heavy.
So, we somehow capture Batman and bring him to Lex, and after one random mission, Lex shaved himself and makes gold kryptonite.
When Superman is hit with gold kryptonite, he loses his powers permanently. Too bad that's not how these ones fucking work.
Lex 2, I'm gonna need you to discharge the patient into my care.
I'm done with him. Take one of my counterpart's cars. If Batman is going to Superman's funeral, he might as well travel in style.
So we have to drag Batman to the park, and no, why did they switch them back to their normal outfits? So for this, Deadshot was the only one who had gold kryptonite on him because I immediately switched everyone back. But anyway, now we have to escort a van to the park? Who the fuck is driving the van? Batman?
Who's driving? Oh my god, Bear's driving. How can that be?
And now, this.
You know, Joker used to be real good at hurting people with words. But you, boop. Even when you're evil, you're still too good. You had a good run, Brucey. Flying around Gotham, punching bad guys, cleaning up...
Are we done with your bad stand-up routine?
Almost. But you always gotta end on your best joke.
Oh my god, Batman's vulnerable to bullets. Who would have guessed?
You know, when I was a kid, I wasn't really into superhero comics. Even though I was the right age at the time, I didn't really care for the Batman animated series or the Justice League cartoon. My older brother was into them. That's kind of how I kind of knew about it. But it wasn't until Arkham Asylum that I started getting into Batman. It was actually one of the few times me and my older brother would hang out was me playing Arkham Asylum. And then after that, I started watching all the movies, started reading the comics. I even watched the animated series. The Arkham series will always hold a special place in my heart as one of my favorite franchises.
Oh well, Batman's dead. Remember all the trials and tribulations Batman had to go through in all of these games? Oh well, he's dead now. Remember when Joker tried to take control of him and he had to fight not to let Joker take over and make him break his one rule? You know, the rule he's always refused to break. Well, here's Batman slaughtering people by the dozen. Remember all the times people have tried to mind control Batman? You know, the man who has made contingencies after contingencies to prevent stuff like that, with contingencies for those contingencies. The man who has spent years of training with all of the experts around the world so that he could be the best he could be. Oh, well, Brainiac was able to corrupt him like that. And how does Batman actually go out? By being as evil as ever. After we just found out that he possibly killed Robin, the man he just called his son. And not even that, he could have also killed Nightwing. Hell, the whole Bat family could have been killed for all we fucking know. You know how Batman swore to his parents' grave that he would bring justice to Gotham to make sure what happened to him wouldn't happen to another kid? Well, he just said fuck it and moved to his summer home in Metropolis.
Even if it turns out that all these guys are clones, which, by the way, I don't believe for a fucking second that would be what they were going for at the beginning, they still completely fucked up the Arkham Universe.
And they cared so little about what they had. They never even bothered checking with what they already established. In the animated movie Assault on Arkham, King Shark fucking dies. Deadshot at the end of the movie was about to kill Waller, which, fine, maybe he didn't. But in the comics leading up to Arkham Knight, Deadshot fucking kills Captain Boomerang.
We got better.
Oh, also, I should point out that Deadshot was white. Apparently, it's revealed that the Deadshot you play in this game retired before the events of the Arkham games, and it's hinted that the Deadshot you actually fight in the Arkham games belongs to Earth 2. Lex accidentally sent him over. And then this Deadshot kills that Deadshot before Green Lantern captures him and sends him to Arkham. Kind of. In the Batman experience, he says he's not done with him.
I'm not done with this phony steampunk-ass looking dude.
So you're telling me Batman had no fucking clue this guy was the wrong Deadshot? Why did you guys have to fuck it up this badly?
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
If you wanted to just make a Suicide Squad game, fine. Why did you put it in the Arkham universe? You're basically doing what the DC Cinematic Universe is doing and imploding on yourself with this decision. And you probably fucked over the entire Arkham series.
Anyway, Batman's dead. Here's Superman. The first phase of his fight was pretty good. The second part was garbage. I lost my health way too fast on it.
Hey guys,
Oh yeah, and Toyman is here. I'm gonna be honest, after Flash, I completely forgot that he was in this game. Up until he calls and starts crying about us about to kill Superman.
Greatest hero.
yeah, Mr. Shark, it's just, it's tough, you know?
Which, by the way, he just dies. That's it.
Dead.
I, for one, would have been making sure he was dead by feeding him gold kryptonite and shoving it up places, but whatever. The Justice League is dead. Time for high fives.
How human of you. Don't you know this is my game? I want to show you what happens next. Let's call it a sneak preview. Perhaps you were too busy ending the Kryptonian to notice. I will unlock your full potential to serve me. Floyd, look. Your code, your attachment to your progeny. We don't need those. I will make you into the greatest assassin in the multiverse. Such destructive potential, held in check by your friends. For me, you'll burn this Earth down. Connected to my intelligence, Nanawe, you'll have the knowledge you crave. As you devour all who would resist my enlightenment, Digger Hardness. I'll give you what you've sought all your life.
No need to thank me for my interdiction.
Yes, all of this immense power could be yours if you would just join. Where the fuck did they go?
So, make it happen, Lex. We got an alien mastermind to murder.
Master minds. When Brainiac revealed himself, there was a multi-static response across dimensions. 13 Brainiacs. Even if you were to somehow defeat one, your fight is far from over.
So this was the whole point of this game. This is a live service game, which means that for the next X amount of years, usually less than 1, they're going to add DLC to keep this game going. And the final boss basically introduces you to this concept. So what you do is do these 3 missions that are the same missions you've been doing to get Promethean, cause why the fuck not? Once you get the right amount, you have to go back to Earth 2 and then do 2 more missions in 30 minutes, cause that's how long you have for some reason, and then you gotta go fight Brainiac, who turns into the Flash.
I'm the fastest man alive.
The Flash is the final boss. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Hey, here's a bright idea. How about when he gets down to like a quarter health, change him to the next hero? At least then I'm not just fighting Flash a second time. Okay, so you don't even get to kill your Brainiac. You have to go fight the Earth 2 Brainiac. And you don't even get to kill him. They give that to Waller for some fucking reason. And then Earth 2 Brainiac dying causes the Brainiac ship in your world to explode, but not really. And that's it. Game's over.
Oh, you guys!
Where the fuck did the beginning take place then? Then Rocksteady advertised the possibilities of multiple seasons and multiple characters, with an alt universe Joker being the first playable character in the next season. That's cute. They think this game is going to last. I'm going to give it like 3 seasons at the most. Oh, and also this advertisement is right after they do a tribute to Kevin Conroy.
It seems that Batman is gone. As Batman and as Bruce Wayne, everyone knew him. When I put on the cowl, it became a symbol. But I never stopped being Bruce Wayne, citizen of Gotham. Remember that we are all handed adversity in our lives. No one's journey is easy. It's how we handle that, how we help others, that makes us unique. That's what the Batman will always stand for. Goodbye. You will be missed, but never forgotten.
Fuck you, Rocksteady.
This game sucks. From its shitty writing, to its unlikable characters, to the fact that they introduced the Justice League only to kill them off in one game. The hell do you guys think you are, Zack Snyder?
The gameplay is just completely repetitive. You play it for like an hour and you basically play the next 10 to 12 hours of your life. And I was told that the repetitive missions are basically what live services games are like Destiny 2 at the beginning.
That's fucking sad. Why would you want to choose to play a game like this for longer than a few days?
Do not buy this game. If you already did, I'm sorry, I couldn't warn you any sooner. If for some reason you still want to play this game, wait until it's under like $10 or just borrow it from a friend. And whatever you do, do not buy anything from the store. It's not worth it.
This review blew up to be way longer than I originally thought, and it's probably over an hour long. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below. Maybe you like this game for some reason. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can be alerted to when new videos are out. It'll also help me in the algorithm. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, you guys take care.